Hello, first grade. This is Mrs. Spall with your math lesson for today. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. Our standard is 1MD3 tell and write time in hours and half hours using analog and digital clocks. Our essential question is, how do you tell time to the hour on a clock that only has an hour hand? And our I can statement is, I can tell time to the hour. Vocabulary: analog clock, digital clock, hour, hour hand, minute, minute hand, and time. How can we use clocks to tell time? We tell time using analog clocks, which is this clock here. It has a face and it has two what we call hands, and digital clocks. And this is an example of a digital clock where you look at it and you see the numbers. The analog clock uses numbers and hands to tell times, and the digital clock only uses numbers. The analog clock, which is this clock right here, has hands to show us the time. The short hand shows hours and the long hand shows minutes. We always read the short hand before the long hand. So right here, we have two hands, the short hand and the long hand. We'll call the short hand the hour hand and the long hand the minute hand. When the minute hand is pointed at 12, which is the one right at the top, that is the start of the hour, and we say o'clock. So this is how we spell and write o'clock. O''CLOCK. What time is this clock telling us? Well, let's see where the hour hand is, because we say the hour hand first. So 1, 2, it's 3, and it's exactly on the 12, so it is 3 o'clock. And these are two ways that we can write it. 3, our colon, and our 2 zeros, and this is it written out, 3 o'clock. What time is it? So we look at the hour hand first. The hour hand is pointing exactly to the 4, and the minute hand is pointing exactly to the 12. So it is 4 o'clock, and we have it written two different ways. And this is a digital clock. So we can tell that that's the number 1. We have our colon and our 2 zeros, 1 o'clock. Okay, now look at this one. Both the minute hand and the hour hand are pointing to the 12, so it is 12 o'clock. So let's reflect. Why do we need clocks? So why do we need those digital and analog clocks? That's right, so we can measure time, so we will know what time it is to help us with our schedules. Those are all fantastic answers. So now I want you to draw a picture to show what you learned. So you can draw a picture of a clock, an analog clock, or a digital clock, and you can label the clock with the hour hands and the minute hand, or you can just write different words that you have learned during this lesson. Now you're going to show what you know. You have a Google slide document that looks like this, where you're going to tell the time to the hour. So you're going to look at where the hour hand is pointing, and you're going to write the time. You probably, or you should have this page in your packet, so you can use your resource packet to assist you with this assignment, If you do not, it is P183 and P184 in your small standards practice book. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to double click. All right, now my cursor is blinking. I look at the hour hand, it's pointing to the 2. I type in my colon. It's shift and then the symbol, and then 00, 2 o'clock. You're going to do that for numbers 1 through 6. Now, which time is not the same? We have a bright pink circle over here. You're able to click on it and you're able to drag it to whatever you need to drag it to. Okay? So you have to put that circle around the time that is not the same as the rest. And I showed you some ways that we can read time. Right here, we're not bubbling in anything, but you're going to look at the hour hand, double click, you're going to type the answer. The same for number 2. For number 3 and 4, you're going to add, and then you're going to type your sum. So the directions are here in the text box at the bottom. I've done this example for you. So I'm pretty sure that you all will be able to show what you know, and I look forward to you telling time. And I will see you next time, and we will continue to learn more about time.